Hey, it's Tom11 with the Xenoblade Edition Q&A video. So there was one of those one question a day countdown things on Twitter for Xenoblade Definitive Edition. So I'm going to be taking all the answers that I put on Twitter and putting them together in this video for a Q&A. So the May 1st question was, what got you to try the Xenoblade Chronicles series? So I started with Xenoblade X on the Wii U, because when it was first coming out, there was just so much hype for it. I've never seen, at that point, any level of excitement anywhere near that, and never saw anything like that where people were saying just how good a series was. And I couldn't go anywhere without hearing about how the first Xenoblade game was the greatest masterpiece ever. So then as soon as I started seeing things about Xenoblade X, I pretty much knew I had to get it, that it definitely had to be something special if people were talking about the series in such an excited way that I'd never seen for any game before, and still have never seen that level of love for any other series before. And my second question is, what was your first Xenoblade game? As I just said, started with X. So those two questions kind of go together, to answer them independently. What is some advice you have for people playing Xenoblade Definitive Edition as their first Xenoblade game? My advice would be, it's really long and there's tons and tons of stuff to do with absolutely amazing scenery to explore, so just take it as slow as you can and enjoy everything. What is your favorite daytime location in Xenoblade? So I wasn't sure if this question is referring to the way that a location works, or the way a location looks, or if it's referring to theme. So if it was going by daytime theme, then more Ardain. If it's going by the way a location is designed, then definitely Gormott. What is your favorite male Xenoblade character? Shulk, absolutely Shulk. What is your favorite Xenoblade battle theme? Alright, so that's such a tough question because all the best battle themes in gaming history come from the Xenoblade series, so it's so hard to pick which one is the best of all. But I think my favorite would be Uncontrollable, but You Will Know Our Names is a close second to it. Who is your favorite female Xenoblade voice actress and what character did they play? Sky Bennett, who played Pyra/Mithra. What is your favorite Xenoblade male costume? That would be default Shulk, but prairie colors for Shulk are also high up there, and the Rondine set for Dunban. What is your favorite enemy/monster in Xenoblade? So, for by design, definitely Silverface. Silverface is my favorite looking enemy in every game. Though I'm not sure if this question is referring to just design or if it goes by favorite to fight against. Because if it's the latter, then that's way too hard to come up with just one. I can't really think of what the most fun enemy to fight against would be. Maybe Everlasting Millisaurs, because they're just so huge and fighting them in a scale is really awesome. What is your favorite nighttime music in Xenoblade? So this question makes me think that the earlier question about daytime location was meant to be referring to theme, but I'm not really sure. So favorite nighttime music, Sylvalum. Definitely Sylvalum. Though nighttime Satoral Marsh is a close second. Who is your least favorite female Xenoblade character? Don't even have to think about it for a moment. Dahlia. Dahlia is awful. Worst looking blade ever. Worst looking character in the series ever. She's completely useless in battle. And voice is really irritating too. No one can be worse than Dahlia. What are some of your favorite Xenoblade memes? There's way too many memes to think of, but I guess it's Rhine time, and you can't spell a rainbow without Rhine, and I guess Rex is let's show him a thing or three. Can't really think of any others off the top of my head. There's just so many great Xenoblade memes. What is your favorite Xenoblade boss theme? I can't remember I think it's NO1EX or something like that. Sawano's songs are really hard to remember the names of, but the major boss battle in X, major boss battle theme, I think the first battle to use that is the Almondal fight in Chapter 7 of X. Though if Engage the Enemy is counted as a boss theme, or if Unfinished Battle is counted as boss theme, then definitely those. I mean, they are technically cutscene themes, but they do get used in battles at least once. I think at least once or twice for Engage the Enemy, and of course just once for Unfinished Battle, since in the original Unfinished Battle was only used once. And I'm recording this before getting to play Definitive Edition, so I'm not sure if Unfinished Battle finally gets used somewhere else again or not. But if Unfinished Battle counts as a boss theme, then definitely Unfinished Battle is my favorite boss theme. Who is your favorite non-human Xenoblade character? Okay, well, depends on the definition of non-human. So if Poppy counts as non-human because she's a robot, absolutely Poppy. If she does not count because she still looks like a human, even though she's a robot. And if blades count as non-human, then Mithra / Pyra, since they're the same person. And if blades do not count as non-human, then Tora. It's kind of confusing on what exactly qualifies as non-human. Depends on how far you're willing to go with that, on what you define as human, because blades and robots technically are not human, even though they can look completely like a human. But depending on the definition, Poppy, then Mithra, then Tora, going by each level of human, what you define it as. What's your favorite Xenoblade wallpaper? Uh, Honestly, just anything from the artist Animeki, who I follow on Twitter, and I guess I'll put a link to their Twitter in the description. Pretty much just any wallpaper that they've made. At least I assume this question applies to fan art and not just official wallpapers, because I don't even know of any official wallpapers. I've never really looked at any of them. What is your favorite Xenoblade fan art? I guess also goes with the wallpapers that I mentioned from the same artist. Can't really think of just one thing in particular. Who is your favorite male Xenoblade voice actor and what character did they play? Adam Howden and Shulk. Who is your favorite female Xenoblade character? Overall, definitely Mithra / Pyra, but Poppy is a close second. And then Fiora after that. What is a Xenoblade location you would like to live in? Funset Village. What is your favorite nighttime location in Xenoblade? Okay, so actually this question now makes me think that the earlier question was only supposed to be referring to how a location looks. So favorite location, how it looks at night, probably Satoru Marsh. Satoru Marsh or Valak Mountain. What is your favorite Xenoblade female costume? Mithra's default design. Who is your least favorite male Xenoblade character? Okay, that one's a bit tougher. I guess Dagos. Can't think of anyone I dislike more than Dagos. Except maybe Gorg, but then again, Gorg has JoJo energy, so kinda don't hate Gorg. So yeah, Dagos would probably be my least favorite. What is your favorite daytime music in Xenoblade? So, answered that earlier. More Ardain. Who is your least favorite non-human Xenoblade character? So, again, going by what your definition of non-human is. So, if blades count as non-human, Dahlia again. If blades do count as human if they look human, then Tatsu. It has to be Tatsu. Tatsu is the worst. Who is your favorite Xenoblade boss character? I'd say, without spoilers, the final boss of X, just because it's so different for an RPG boss. Instead of fighting to save the world or whatever, you're basically just fighting to save someone that you know. And it's not some amazing grand world scale battle. It's just relatively personal. So definitely would say that's my favorite boss, because it's just so different for a final boss of a game. What is your favorite quote said in Xenoblade? This one is impossible. There's so many amazing Mimi quotes. How can I choose just one quote? Yeah, I can't. There's just too many to think of. So many mimetic quotes. So many awesome quotes, just can't think of one. What is your favorite thing about Xenoblade and why do you enjoy it? Again, can't think of one thing because just everything about it is so amazing. I can't choose just one thing. I could make a whole list of every single thing about it that's amazing. So, yeah, really hard to come up with an answer to that. And what are you looking the most forward to with Xenoblade Definitive Edition? Again, everything, really. Just everything. So if anyone has any questions for a regular Q&A that you want me to answer, then leave them in the comments and I'll get to another answer video eventually. So see you next time.